வணக்கம்.
Vanakkam, sir. Sir, can you explain a little bit about yourself?
See, I am basically a corporate trainer for the last from 1995 onwards. I authored a book in 2020 during COVID period. 2019, I dabbled into psephology, and now I'm more into a psephologist and a political consultant and strategist, working for individual candidates, and also representing the Times Now as a official psephologist there.
Okay. Now I think you worked all over India. Almost all
Yeah,
state elections you worked.
yeah.
Recently, I think you got it exactly on Delhi elections. So how you got it? How you felt about it when the results came in?
So see, I think before we talk about Delhi, I think we have to start way back to 2024 Lok Sabha election. 2024 Lok Sabha election was a shocking election for most people because we expected some losses in Uttar Pradesh, we expected some losses in Rajasthan, we expected some losses in Bengal, Maharashtra, Haryana, and even in Karnataka. But we expected gains from Kerala for BJP. I'm talking about for India. I'm talking about we expected the gains from Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Kerala, even Tamilnadu. We thought NDA could win one or two seats. So we thought it will even it out. But we never expected a kind of a rout in Maharashtra and also very bad results in Uttar Pradesh. So I think for any psephologist or for the matter, every psephologist was actually in for a shocker, and most importantly, not only a shocker, the credibility of the profession itself was at stake. There were a lot of people who were questioning whether the methodology was right or we were trying to build up a narrative in favor of BJP. So as a result of which, I think, every psephologist probably, because when your professional integrity is questioned, I think everybody gets hurt. So for me, somewhere in the third week of June, I got the access to the assembly-wise details for Maharashtra. When we looked at the assembly-wise details of Maharashtra, I found that although the opposition had won more than 30 seats, which could result in over 180 assembly constituencies, they hardly led in 150 plus, 152 or 153. And NDA, which suffered a humiliating, I wouldn't say a loss, but a performance which was not in par with most of the psephologist expectation. Uh, but we found that NDA had actually led in almost 128 seats, which meant that the contest was very close. So closer than what everybody imagined. So I started going seat by seat, I think, for the next 1 month, if I'm right, between June 25th and July 15th. I had worked out seat by seat methodology, and then we did another calculation in the month of August, and I visited Nanded district and a few more districts. And I was very clear. In fact, I communicated to some of the leaders that NDA would comfortably win as far as 2024 Maharashtra Assembly elections are concerned. This I told way back in July itself. In fact, I said that Sholapur Central, Shri Kumar Shinde's bastion, former chief minister, Congress will lose. Prithviraj Chauhan was the former chief minister, would lose in his own constituency, Karat South. Likewise, we had mentioned a few things. So we did not change the methodology of survey, but we added a lot of data points into the research. And I had mentioned, and getting Maharashtra right was a very big thing. So Maharashtra gave us an insight in terms of how do we go about doing the research, how do we go about doing the data analysis, although survey remains the same. Survey part of it, people meeting people, because you've been supporting me in survey in Coimbatore, both in opinion poll and exit poll, much before opinion poll. We did in 2023, July itself, you had supported me at Coimbatore. And also during the Lok Sabha elections, you had helped me out. So you know how we do the survey. In fact, you have seen it right in front of your eyes, how we go about doing it, and you've been of great support to us as a person. Not I'm talking about a BJP supporter or a party member, but as a person, you've been a great supporter. And we've also been able to, use a lot of political science students in this entire process. So that process remained as it is. But we added a lot of data points in terms of historic data, voter addition, voter profiling, and how the women voters were voting in Maharashtra, how the women turnout, because you're asked about Delhi, but I have to start with Maharashtra. So Maharashtra gave us a lot of insights into how we go about doing the survey and research, and that we extended it to Delhi. So what we did in Delhi was, the first step was sometime in the first week of December, there was a member from a Sangh Parivar from Delhi who contacted me, and I had a 20 minutes video conference with him, and I told him that looking at the way the swings have been happening in the last, say, 12 months, whether we looked at Telangana, where there was a more than 10% swing against TRS and in favor of Congress. There was a 10%, 13% swing in Chhattisgarh in favor of BJP. There was 10% negative swing against YSRCP at Andhra Pradesh. There was a 7% negative swing against BJD. There was a 13% swing against the JJP in Haryana. So I said, a 7 to 8% swing against Aam Aadmi Party is enough for BJP to cross 20-45%, which will give the victory. So I said, this is a possible scenario. Now, how we go about doing it is in your hands. Because if you're going to talk about batenge to katenge, ye kahi to safe hai, Ram Mandir, Waqf Board, Bangladesh, illegal immigrants, this will not work because Delhi is in shambles. Delhi's civic system is in shambles. So I kept repeatedly mentioning to quite a few leaders from BJP that Delhi election must be fought as a Delhi election. It is no more than a civic election. It is like a corporate election and not an assembly election. Don't look at it that way. So when I went about doing it, I also found that there was a lot of anger in favor of against Kejriwal, but still the women were voting pretty much in favor of Aam Aadmi Party because of the 2,100 scheme which he had announced. So on January 9th or 10th, we did a very interesting polling in Times Now, which actually I think it was held for the first time. So he said, we're not doing an opinion poll. We are doing a scenario 1, scenario 2, scenario 3, because women voters are less than male voters, which is very peculiar. 53% male and 47% female. That is the demography of Delhi. So we came out with 3 scenarios where women over 55% vote in favor of AAP. What would be the result? Women 48% voting for AAP. What would be the result? If Congress gets more than 7.5%, what would be the result? So it's basically a calibration. And in that calibration, a lot of insights came and we presented it. There was both bouquets and brickbats. Aam Aadmi Party used the first scenario and started propagating that JVC is giving the election to Aam Aadmi Party. BJP was also taking its own advantage because they said scenario 2 and 3 gives us a BJP majority, simple majority. But again, I went back to the drawing board somewhere around the 3rd week of January till the Republic Day, till 27th of January, we did the first round of opinion poll. And what I found out there was over 20% of Delhi voters were undecided. They were actually against Kejriwal, but who's the alternative? And that is when the budget came. February 1st, the budget came. And all of us must be knowing that the 12 lakhs, up to 12 lakhs, you don't have to pay income tax. That the finance minister's announcement, actually that facilitated a tsunami. When we got back to the ground, we found that the ground has shifted. The undecided voters are slowly moving towards BJP, and seat by seat we had done a calculation. And then I had arrived at a conclusion that BJP will score above 45. In fact, in my ex-post on February 2nd night, I had mentioned, I put 45 lotuses and said confirmed 45. Another 15 lotuses, I said it is possible. So in my mind, seat by seat, when I calculate, I gave close to around 42 to 48 seats to BJP. And also we gave exact votes, how much BJP would be getting, how much AAP would be getting, how much Congress would be getting. So, but what happened was, I wanted to remove my, everybody knows that, during psephology, I wear the hat of a cephalogist. But as a supporter, I I'm unapologetic in saying that I'm a supporter of Modi ji and BJP. And, it's very unapologetic. But at the same time, I didn't want that bias to enter into my survey. As a result of which, what we had given is, we had given to BJP 39 to 45. Eventually, BJP got 48 seats. We gave AAP 22 to 31. AAP got 22 seats. We gave to Congress 0 to 2. Congress did not open the account. Same was the case with others. But what was more interesting was the fact that my vote share would give BJP plus 44 lakhs 43,998 votes. BJP's final result was 44 lakhs 73,899 votes. Aam Aadmi Party, we had given 42 lakhs 25,531, and final result was 41 lakhs 33,898. I was very happy because I had projected more for AAP and AAP got lesser. And Congress had projected 6 lakhs 49,000 and eventually they got 6 lakh 1,000. So the Delhi election was more of an anger election. It was not even anti-incumbency, it was anger election. Anger election because promises were given, they were not delivered. The water quality was very bad. People even in slums had to buy water, paying 20 rupees per liter. There was air quality is extremely poor. The sewage was not removed on a day-to-day basis because salaries were not being paid for the sewage workers. In fact, I can tell you even Coimbatore, or for that matter, even villages in Tamilnadu would be in a much better condition than you see in Delhi. Even in posh areas in Delhi, even a place like Araspuram or Sai Baba colony, which is considered to be a pretty up-country location as far as Coimbatore is concerned. You take the case of a Rajouri Garden or an RK Puram or a Greater Kailash, the conditions are very bad and it is visible. So this was an anger election. This was an anger against Kejriwal, anger against the team, and the very fact that when all these were happening, they were building Sheesh Mahal, they were promoting liquor policies, and liquor shops are being opened left, right, center. And, these are the conditions as a result of which anger elections, I can tell you 10% swing is becoming a norm. And I kept telling from November 25th after the results were over in Maharashtra, that anger election, and Aam Aadmi Party has not seen an anger election. You know what is an anger election? 1996 in Tamil Nadu was an anger election. 2011 in Tamil Nadu was an anger election. These are two very important anger elections which we have seen against the incumbent. So likewise, you have seen also anger election in Telangana, anger election in Andhra, anger election not against Biju Patnaik but against promotion of Pandian in Odisha. Anger election, we have seen so many. And in recent times, there are only two types of election, either a pro-incumbent election or an anger election. So I felt that 10% negative swing is extremely possible in an anger election. That was what eventually happened as far as Delhi is concerned.
Okay. Sir, you were talking about Nirmala Sitharaman's 12 lakh exemption and IT limits have got a swing in Delhi. That is it true that the 12 lakhs has played a big role in that?
See, certainly yes, because Delhi is home to a lot of middle class people. We don't exactly know the percentage. Some say 50%, some say 60%. So I don't want to get into that, speculation. But the very fact that announcement was made and a very concrete effort was done by the opposition party that this present incumbent government is against middle class. In fact, the whole problem was Arvind Kejriwal came on video and said, try to increase the limit to 8 lakhs, 10 lakhs kind of stuff. And this man did it to 12 lakhs. So the fence sitters who are not decided had decided to go in favor of BJP. The last 5 days, so I think BJP was somewhere between 36 and 40, before February 1st. It could have even been lesser than 36, could have been 35, 36, could have not got a majority. But from that situation, going past 40, 42, and almost crossing 45 and hitting 48, it was actually the finance minister's decision which paved the way.
Okay. Then Arvind Kejriwal himself has lost his seat to BJP.
So I had mentioned almost 2 months back, by January 5th, first week itself, I said, what if I tell you the former CM is going to lose? What if I tell you that the former deputy chief minister is going to lose? What if I tell you that present chief minister just scrapes through the seat? All three happened. Kejriwal lost, Then Manish Sisodia lost, and Atishi just won by a slim margin. Kejriwal lost basically because Valmiki votes moved away, because New Delhi constituency, Dalits are the predominant type of Dalits are Jatav votes. And then there is a Valmiki vote. And then there is a non-Valmiki, non-Jat votes. We are seeing a trend that Valmiki voters are moving towards BJP. And that movement enabled Pravesh Singh Verma to take a nose ahead of Arvind Kejriwal, because Bania voted in favor of, because New Delhi constituency is full of Banias, upper class people, and Valmiki. So all of them went in favor of Pravesh Singh Verma. That's the reason why Arvind Kejriwal himself. In fact, we expected Arvind Kejriwal to change his seat. I kept telling also. But I think it was a prestigious battle. If he had changed his seat, that would have given a different message altogether. And he didn't want such a message to go on. So as a result of which, he stuck to his gun and contested from New Delhi seat. Ideally speaking, he should have changed his constituency.
Then I think that liquor scam also played a major role, or that is not the fact.
Sir, liquor scam, Sheesh Mahal, these are all the toppings. These are all the toppings. The bread was the civic issue. The Yamuna River. These were the bread. The top-ups, see, it will be good for me in media to talk about liquor scam, talk about, Sheesh Mahal. So, see, even if in a state like Tamilnadu, because I'll just come to Tamilnadu itself, straight away from there. Because you can talk about all the other things, but the core issue in Tamil Nadu, you can talk about language, you can talk about delimitation, you can talk about north-south divide, but voters are not going to vote on those areas. It will be good to debate in the media in the prime time, but voters are going to vote based on the price rise. Voters are going to vote based on the law and order situation. Voters are going to vote based on the women's safety. These are the core issue for the voter. Because see, it's good to talk in the media. Sheesh Mahal, liquor scam, all these are talking points of the media. That's what I kept telling. But at the end of the day, the voter goes out to send a message to the government that I don't want you anymore because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are my issues. In 1996, every voter who got up to the queue said, I don't want Jayalalitha. In 2011, everyone went into the voting booth saying clearly that we don't want to see Karunanidhi again. Why Katta Panchayat? Law and order. Corruption. 2G has just come out. Okay. Even 2G also is not a big issue. Because people think that 2G is a very big... No, it's corruption. If corruption is an issue, then Jayalalitha would not have come back in 2001 itself. Because she had to resign and ask Paneerselvam to take over. But still, because why I'm saying is there are larger issues which can be discussed in the media. But there are micro issues because why KCR lost? KCR lost basically because of the Pragati or the website scam. So people were losing their land. Even if it is going to be 2 cents, 3 cents, 5 cents, it's my ancestral property. That's what. People vote based on bread, butter issue, civic issue. So why Jagan, after giving so much of freebie, why did he lose? Because there was no infrastructure, there was no roads. You gave freebie, but absolutely no development of the capital. 10 years on, and still we don't know which is the capital. So voter knows why is he voting for whom. And Delhi voter voted for clean Delhi. In fact, I kept telling in Kulagara's channel, right up to the build up to the Delhi election, that this is an election should be fought on Delhi issues. Unfortunately, BJP fought on Delhi issues, did not fight on any big, although Sheesh Mahal was certainly told, showed. But what people saw was, okay, we are not able to get clean water. We are not able to get our sewage cleared. Our roads are stinking because you are not giving salary to the sewage workers and you are building Sheesh Mahal. Now that narrative ties. So that is what ties.
Okay. Okay, then what is the signal BJP is sent by selecting a woman CM, being sees the first time MLA, rather Pravesh has won against Kejriwal, he has got enough administrative experience, everything, but BJP opted to select first time MLA as woman CM. What signal they are trying to send?
Not the first time. Arvind Kejriwal, when he became a CM also, he was the first time MLA. So that is not a big thing. Arvind Kejriwal was not somebody who was in politics for several decades. He was when he became 49 days CM, he was the first time MLA. Issue is very simple. BJP has so many CMs, but nobody is a woman CM. And Delhi is used to seeing woman CM. Sheila Dikshit had been a CM for longest duration, 15 years. Sushma Swaraj had been a former CM. Atishi, the outgoing chief minister, was a woman CM. So if at all there was a place where a woman CM can be easily accommodated and accepted, it is Delhi. And having ruling in so many states, not having a woman CM doesn't send the right optics. So it sends the right optics. And Bania's stood rock solid with BJP. So they went with a Bania and a woman CM. And she's an experienced corporator. She fixes issues because she was a 3-time corporator. She was an mayor. So it is not that she lacks administrative experience. She has a lot of administrative experience. And that is the reason why they went for, Rekha Gupta. So Chhattisgarh, when I went there, it was clear. When we asked them who is coming, they said Bhupesh Baghel is coming. When we asked whom are you voting for, they said BJP is coming. I'm voting for BJP. So general perception was, even in Delhi it was there, okay, that to beat Arvind Kejriwal is difficult. So Arvind Kejriwal AAP will come back to power. But whom are you voting? We are voting for. So see, the problem is many of the pollsters try to link the popularity of the CM as a vote for that party. It doesn't necessarily happen to. According to C voter, Uddhav Thackeray was the number one preferred choice. But unfortunately, Uddhav Thackeray's party did not even become a recognized opposition. Bhupesh Baghel was built up. So these characters were built up. So they say he's the most popular, he's the most popular. He's not necessarily the most popular. And probably because a sitting CM would be known, because we have discussed about this. In our survey in Tamilnadu itself, when we ask who is the most popular leader, people will say Stalin. Not because he's the most popular leader, because he's a sitting CM, he has an advantage as an incumbent. So that is what happens. So you cannot see, everybody cannot be Modi. Popularity wise and also vote catching ability. Both are not there in everybody. Okay. So everybody miscalculated that the popularity of Bhupesh Baghel will ensure that Congress will come back to power. Not necessary. Not necessary. Same way, popularity of Arvind Kejriwal will ensure that AAP will come back to power. Not necessary. Tomorrow, same thing applies to Tamil Nadu also. Popularity of MKStalin will not necessarily propel DMK to come back to power for the second time.
Now, how you look at Tamil Nadu scenario in 2026?
See, it's a very simple game, sir. Tamil Nadu, the fact of the matter is DMK has been losing votes. Roughly off the cuff calculation, I tell you. DMK got around 98,000 votes per constituency in DMK only. I'm not talking about alliance. In 2019. It came down to 94,000 in 2021. It has come down to 87,000 in 2024. So, very, very few people are able to understand that DMK is in a downward trajectory. But unfortunately, for DMK to be unseated, if you have a 5-corner contest, impossible DMK will win 200 plus seats, DMK plus. A 3-corner contest will see any of the opposition parties sweeping. Your 4-corner contest will make the contest very interesting. When I say a 4-corner contest, either ADMK goes with TVK or ADMK goes with BJP, NDA alliance. Okay. 5-corner contest is NDA, ADMK plus DMDK, Vijay, Seeman, DMK plus 200 plus. three-corner contest. NDA, Vijay, and ADMK together. I don't think that will happen. That is, I think, it is very difficult for that to happen. A four-corner contest would be ADMK plus whomsoever it is. Either it is NDA or it is TVK. Then the contest becomes very interesting.
Then, if that the last scenario, if last scenario happens, then this NDA has got chances of at least sitting in the opposition.
You're talking about ADMK plus NDA plus Vijay?
Correct.
Yeah. ADMK plus NDA plus Vijay would be a great combination. But vote transfer is a big question mark.
Vote transfer from where?
So Vijay supporters will not be voting for ADMK or BJP.
Okay.
Vijay supporters would want to see Vijay as a CM. So any alliance with TVK has one problem, the vote transfer capability of Vijay supporters to other parties. Because Vijay supporters are not going to vote for Edappadi to be the CM or Annamalai Ramdas to be the CM or Annamalai to be the CM. They are voting for Vijay to be the CM. That could be 8%, that could be 10%, that could be 12%, that could be 6%, that could be 14%. I don't know. I think right now 8% will be there for Vijay. It can 8%. Go up to 12%. Yeah, 8%.
If independently he stands also, he can get 8 to 12%.
Yeah, definitely.
So
it can only go up, not come down.
Okay, if that is the case, if he's standing alone, he's getting 10 to 12%. Then who will get badly affected because of this 10 to 12% gain of Vijay?
So I think, that is where the $1 billion question is going to be. So is he going to play the role of a Kamal of dividing the anti-incumbency votes and ensuring that DMK comes back to power? Or is a section of minority Dalit votes and women votes who would have actually voted for DMK or coming to TVK? That is something today I cannot say because I'm yet to hit the field. Probably I'll have a first round in sometime in the March and April. I will have a first feel of the ground and then I can give you probably a proper perspective.
Okay, then what is the chances for NDA to form an alliance? Leave Vijay. Then apart from Vijay, what are all the combinations available for NDA?
See, I think I'm just talking as purely as a political analyst, not as a well-wisher of any party or well-wisher of any leader or supporter of any party. There are very few options available for every one of them. ADMK has got two options. Either they have to align with NDA or they have to align with Vijay. Today, Prashant Kishore has announced that Vijay party will not go with anybody at least till next February. So that leaves ADMK only one door available, which is NDA. Otherwise, they have to go only with DMDK. And I don't think anybody from DMK Alliance is going to come out. And if there is going to be, which means it's going to be a five-corner contest, ADMK plus, NDA plus, Seeman, Vijay, DMK plus. And if this happens, 200 plus comfortably they will happen. So NDA, BJP leaders in Delhi also understand, ADMK leaders also understand that if Vijay is not going to be part of ADMK, then there is only one option available for the ADMK, which is to go with NDA. I think there is no other option.
No, if
and at the same time, why not Seeman? Seeman, carrying Seeman is a very big liability. I like Seeman a lot. But I'll tell you why carrying Seeman is a liability. Linguistic minority votes are there. Naidu votes, Arundariya votes, non-Tamil speaking voters are there scattered across the state. The rhetoric and the narrative of Tamil Desiyam itself goes against the linguistic minority. So as a result of which anybody aligns with Seeman, that linguistic minority votes, because without linguistic minority votes, you cannot win. You cannot win. But linguistic minorities are right now with DMK, but they can move. A little bit they can move towards BJP and ADMK, little bit they can move towards Vijay. So that is an important vote. So nobody wants to lose the linguistic minority vote. So Seeman will be alone only.
Then ADMK, now there is, within ADMK, so there is two groups fighting each other. Edappadi Palaniswamy under Edappadi Palaniswamy, then under Sengotai. Do you, do you think before elections that be sorted out, or they will get divided into two and then?
I think, see, everybody in ADMK understands one thing. ADMK is relevant. ADMK is a contender. ADMK is a challenger if and only if two leaves are there. Without two leaves, Nedunchezhiyan got 596 votes in 1989. Jayalalitha emerged as a challenger without two leaves to ensure that she gets the two leaves. So, I think all this Sengotai, Edappadi fight and all is just a posturing, and I think that will come to an end in the matter of weeks.
So, what is the chances of BJP? That BJP, how many seats you can expect for BJP in 2026 MLA elections?
Right now, I don't have a crystal ball to say, sir, because you need to have an alliance. You need to have an alliance, a formidable alliance, and without that, nothing can be told. It's too early. Only one thing we know, if it is going to be a five-cornered contest, DMK plus will win 200 plus seats. Simple.
Okay. Thank you for joining us in your tight schedule. Thank you. Let's meet again once more.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Keep doing. Yeah.
Thank you.